YouTubers! Please ignore my cat scratching at I don't know what under my drawer. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Gabina. Today I am here to talk about my experiences with UberEats. So I am from Western Michigan, and okay, so I had two different experiences with UberEats so far. My first experience was, I believe, right at the beginning of 2018. I was at home, I was very sick for the entire weekend, and my boyfriend knew that, and he knew I wasn't eating that much, and he knew that all that I wanted was some McDonald's, so he sent me some, which was so sweet of him. I appreciate that very much. So he had to go to work, so he downloaded the UberEats app and sent me McDonald's with UberEats. So as soon as he placed the order, he texted me. He said, "Your food will be there in about 30 minutes, which made me so happy. You know, I was so excited. He covered it and all. He said that he paid for the tip ahead of time, which was cool. At that point, I hadn't ever used the app, so wasn't really sure how that worked for him because the tip process was different from my experience, but we'll get into that later. So for the first experience, I was at home, I was just watching Netflix, waiting for my food to arrive. I had my driveway light on. I also had some censored lights, which are kind of towards the end of my driveway. One which is by my shed, where my dogs are, and then one that is censored that is closer to the back entrance of my house. And so I made sure to put as many lights on in the house as possible. I know that it was kind of hard to see my house because, one, it is kind of hidden, even though there are like some lights here and there around my street and, you know, in my driveway and all of that. It's still kind of hard to see where my house is, address-wise. The weather was very bad. It was, you know, we had a bunch of snow that day, and it was nighttime. So, you know, it was dark and snowy and you couldn't really see. So I wasn't going to be too upset, you know, if my food got here a little later. I was very understanding because, you know, I'm in Michigan and I'm very understanding of, you know, accidents, road, etc. I was patiently waiting. Then finally I seen the UberEats delivery driver come. He was just chilling in my driveway for a while. He was towards the back of my driveway, towards like the back of my house where the back entrance is, which is totally fine. Like most people come in through that entrance. And so I was waiting, you know, it's really cold outside, it's snowing, and he's the delivery driver, so he's supposed to bring it to the door, right? You would think. Well, so I'm just chilling, waiting in my house. Like, is he coming? Is this the guy? Is this one of my dad's friends? I can't really tell, you know, he's not coming towards the house. He had my boyfriend's number, so he wasn't probably gonna call me. I was just waiting, and then my boyfriend texted me, and he was like, "Hey, so the driver's outside your house." And I was like, "No shit. I know this, and I've been waiting for him to come out and bring it to me." And he was like, "Okay, I'll just let him know to bring it to the door, like you should." Then he reversed and parked like by the front entrance of my house, which was fine. I would have taken it there too, but he didn't get out of his car. He just stayed there, waited for who knows what. When I seen that he was finished waiting there, or whatever it was that he was doing, he reversed even more as if he was getting out of my driveway to leave. And then I text my boyfriend immediately, and I'm like, "Hey, he is leaving with the food that you bought me. He hasn't brought it to me." And my boyfriend was very upset. He called the guy immediately and was like, "Hey, you were at the right house, like I said in the beginning. Go to the door, like I said in the beginning, and bring the food to her. She's right there in the house. You're at the right location. You're supposed to deliver." I'm sure he said that way nicer than I just said. And so the guy goes back up the driveway, and we went to the front entrance first. And I was like, hey, like, I'm here. I opened the door and he looked down at the snow and he was like, I was like, yeah, we're in Michigan and it's snowing and there's snow on the ground. Yep. Then he pointed to the back, like, and I was like, okay, yeah, you want to go to the other door? Yeah, that's fine. So then he leaves his car there. He walks to the back, which wasn't too far. I mean, I don't have a huge house. You know, I wait for him there, and he's like walking so slow, like he hates stepping in all of this snow. Like he's like, oh my god. You know, he's not saying that, but like the slowness of him like stepping in it like slowly, you know, like I could tell like he wasn't happy, but why are you delivering then? You know, it's not drive-through where, I mean, it's drive-through McDonald's, but it's not drive-through McDonald's and then you drive through to the house and drop it off at one of the windows. No, it's not like that. You know, I was a delivery driver for Pizza Hut, and, you know, I never expected for the customers to come to my car and pick up their pizza. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. You're getting paid to deliver in person, you know. The fact that my boyfriend already tipped him and he was like, I don't know. You know, I don't know his situation. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if that was his first experience. Whatever. I don't know how much UberEats educates their drivers on, you know, the step-by-step what they're supposed to be doing. Maybe they should if they're not. I don't know. Point is, my boyfriend was very upset. Left a bad review, all that good stuff, or bad stuff. You know, I got my food and I was very thankful and happy for him to have done that for me. But it was unfortunate that we had to go through a whole process for about 20 minutes. You know, I was supposed to get the food in 30 minutes and he was about 10 minutes late, which I didn't mind, but then to take an extra 20 minutes on top of that just to give me my food, like, I wasn't gonna go run to get my boots downstairs because my room's downstairs and throw on my coat. You know, I'm sick and I shouldn't have to do that, you know. That was upsetting. With my second experience, I was the one that placed the order on my app, and I actually used a referral code from my boyfriend, which was great because it saved me $5 and it saves him $5 on his next order, which is awesome. So I do recommend that if you know anyone that has the app, let them give you a code. Helps both of you, both benefit. It's awesome. The delivery fee is about $5. I think it's $4.99. And so that is kind of pricey compared to most restaurant delivery services are like $2 or $3 around here. I can understand why it costs a little bit more because it has Uber, which is also involved in their app and their work and blah blah blah. Yeah, I used it just a few days ago. I had the food sent to my work. The guy was not the same one that delivered my first order, but he was so great. He came up to this specific part of the building that I work in, delivered it in person, was so kind, patient, and, you know, I tipped him. I tipped him cash, which I hope was fine. I hope I'm not going to get in trouble for not using the app with the tip, but it wasn't an option when I was paying. I was like looking for the tip option and I didn't see it. So if you know where it is, let me know in the comments, but I didn't see it until later, until I received a notification to, you know, rate my experience with delivery, with UberEats, and then it also asked me, do you want to tip your driver? So I'm not sure if the same thing happened for my boyfriend, but mine was just a delayed response. You know, I'm not really sure, but I paid him cash, so he still got a tip. He was great. He was on time, very friendly, did his job correctly. He didn't have to call me, and, you know, he was able to figure it out on his own, which I understand. If people have trouble, you know, call the patient or call the customer, consumer, whatever, and get a little help. You know, they'll appreciate that you're calling them to, you know, do your job correctly and on time and all of that. But it's also nice when, you know, it just happens the way it's supposed to, you know? But yeah, anyway, Uber Eats, because of my second experience, I would probably use it again. You know, especially because sometimes you're just feeling a little lazy, you know? Or, you know, you're super duper busy and you just don't have the time to feed yourself. Well, now you can have a little bit more time by saving time, spending money, and getting some Uber Eats to deliver your lovely food. So, yeah. If you have any comments or questions, if I missed something, just let me know. If you want to see more videos of me reviewing stuff, let me know. And I will try to get back to you. Have a lovely day.